A very good evening to all of you. And I am Swarnali ma'am. Okay. So together we will learn today what's a great life skill, and what's that? Maths. Maths is a life skill. The life skill that you have learned from your childhood. Maths is also a life skill. So because you can learn and enjoy it at the same time, maths too. So let's see what topic of maths do we going to learn today. Okay, so let's see it. Just wait. So we will learn today whole numbers. So first let's learn the concept, some properties. There are so many properties of whole numbers. We'll discuss some properties and then we'll solve some interesting questions of Maths Olympiad. Okay, and by solving questions, some properties also we will discuss. So let's start. So first see, let's see first what is what are the numbers? The numbers are called natural numbers. You know that natural numbers? Natural numbers are all positive integers from 1 to till infinity and are also used for counting purpose. These numbers are called natural numbers. And from 1, 2, 3, 4, from 1 to till infinity, so all the numbers are called natural numbers. But the important thing is that here 0 is not included. Negative numbers, decimal, fraction, these all are not included here. 0 is not included. So what is whole number then? Whole number is a part of number system is so important because we have to learn the whole number in a good way. And which includes all the positive integers from 0 to infinity. So that is the difference between natural numbers and whole number. So natural numbers is starting from 1, okay, and it's going on, and whole numbers will start from 0. It's starting from 0, okay. It's starting from 0 and it's starting from 1. That is the difference between whole numbers and natural numbers. Got it? So some people are still joining. Good evening. Good evening. So did you understand that what is the difference between natural number and whole number? Natural numbers are starting from 1 and it will going from up to infinity. Okay, till infinity, and the whole numbers will start from 0. Okay, from 0 and it's going on. So let's see the properties. Many properties are there in whole number. So in one day, all the properties we cannot discuss. So some properties today we'll discuss first and then we'll solve some Maths Olympiad question. So let's see first the operations on whole numbers. The basic operations, mainly addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And there are some properties the whole number are closure property, commutative property on addition and multiplication, associative, distributive, many properties are there. Okay. So let's see first closure property. What is closure property? They can be closed under addition and multiplication. If A and B are two whole numbers, then A plus B or A into B is also a whole number. For example, let's take to a whole number like 3 and 4. 3 is a whole number and 4 is also a whole number. So let's add. Whenever we add 3 plus 4, we'll get 7. It's also a whole number. Okay. And whenever we multiply 3 and 4, 3 into 4, 3 is a whole number, 4 is a whole number. So 3 into 4 is equals to 12. 12 is also a whole number. Okay, so this is called closure property. Whenever we add, we get the whole number. And whenever we multiply to whole number, we get the whole number as a result. Okay, but in subtraction, what will happen? If we subtract 4 from 7, we'll get 3. It's a whole number. But we cannot subtract 7 from 4, na? We cannot subtract. If we subtract 7 from 4, we will get a negative number. And negative numbers cannot be a whole number. So that's why closure property is not in subtraction. It's only we can see in addition and in multiplication. Okay, got it? So now let's see the next property. Commutative property. And commutative property, what is commutative property? You must be seen somewhere. We are always using commutative property, and it's so interesting property. What's that? The sum and the product of two whole numbers will be same, whatever the order they are added or multiplied in. For example, if A and B are two whole numbers, then A plus B is equals to B plus A. And A into B is equals to B into A. For example, let's take 3 and 5. 3 plus 5 is equals to 8. Okay. And whenever we add 5 and 3, 5 plus 3 in this order, we will also get 8, the same result. So this is the commutative property of addition. Similarly, in multiplication also same things will happen. 3 into 5 is equals to 15. Okay. So whenever we multiply 5 and 3 in this order, we'll get the same result is 15. So this is commutative property. And for the help of commutative property, we can easily remember the multiplication table. Because if you learn half of the tables, you can automatically remember the rest of the table. How? Because you see, if you learn table of 3, in the table of 3, you can learn that 3 into 7. 3 into 7 is equals to 21 in table of 3. And whenever you go for table of 7, you can see 7 into 3 is also 21. So if you remember 3 into 7, you can automatically remember 7 into 3. So it would be very helpful. This property is very helpful for remembering multiplication tables too. Okay. So got it? Now let's see the next property, and it's associative property. And what is associative property? When whole numbers are being added or multiplied as a group, they can be grouped in any order and the result will be same. Just like if you have many numbers, I mean A plus B plus C. For example, I will show you 3 plus 4 plus 2. If you added this number, 3 plus 4 plus 2. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay. And if you add in this way, 3 plus and 4 plus 2 is in bracket, you will see the same result you will get. 3 plus 4 plus 2 is 6 and 6 plus 3 is also 9. Okay. The same result you will get. So this is associative property. Okay. Now let's see one more property, and that is distributive property. And it's very important in multiplication because we can use the distribution property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. How? I will show you in by solving questions. Okay. You see, A into B plus C, we can write it as A into B plus A into C. And A into B minus C, we can write this A into B minus A into C in this way. Okay, so I'll show you how can we use the distributive property while solving some questions. So let's solve our first Olympiad question. So the question is here, the whole number which doesn't have predecessor, okay, which doesn't have any predecessor is, and we have 4 options, A, B, C, D, which would be the right one? Can you find out the answer? Anyone can tell you can tell me the whole number which doesn't have predecessor. Predecessor means the which number? The previous number. But here our question is the whole number which doesn't have any predecessor. And that would be obviously 0, because the whole number will start from 0 and the number will continue. So obviously the number would be 0. Okay, The number is 0. So number is 0. Yes, very good. The number is 0. Not 1. The number is 0. Option A is the right one. 0. 0 would be the answer. Because the whole number will start from 0. It's starting from 0, na? So before 0, there is not any whole number. So it would be the answer. 0 is the answer. Okay. So let's solve one more question. Question number 2. Question number 2 is 16 plus 24 is equals to 24 plus 16. Is an example of which property? Associative, commutative, distributive, or closure property? Do you know which would be the answer? We have 4 options. 16 plus 24 is equals to 24 plus 6. Which would be the answer? Can you tell me? Anyone? I will give you some time. Try to solve this, then I will tell you the answer. Okay. Option B, commutative. Very good. Many of you have given the answer. So let's check the answer. Okay. You see, 16 plus 24. 16 plus 24 is 40. Whenever we add 16 and 24, we get 40. And whenever we add 24 plus 16, we'll get 40. The same result. So which would be the answer? Is commutative property. I have already told you, na? The sum of two whole numbers will be the same, whatever the order they are added in. So that is the property, commutative property. 16 plus 24 equals 24 plus 16. Okay. So the answer would be B, is commutative property, and very good. You all have done correct. Is B, commutative property. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next question and let's learn some more properties and some more theory. Okay. So now question number 3. Here is the question. 13 into 4 plus 6 is equals to 13 into 4 plus 13 into 6. Is an example of what? There are 4 properties here. Can you tell me which would be the right one? Then I will tell you the answer. First, try to solve this by yourself. Okay. 13 into 4 plus 6 is equal to 13 into 4 plus 13 into 6. Many of you have given the answer. Some says B, some say C. Okay, so let's see which property is. 13 into 4 plus 6, whenever we solve the question, we'll get 130 and it would be the distributive property. I have already, you know, that distributive property means 13 into 4 plus 6. And whenever we write it in this way, 13 into 4 plus 6. So in distributive property, we can write it in this way. We can multiply 13 by 4, okay, 13 into 4, and then we can again multiply it 13 by 6. And we have to add only. So plus this and this, 13 into 6, okay. 13 plus 4 and plus, sorry, 13 into 4 plus 13 into 6. And we'll get the same answer in this way too, is 130. Okay, so this would be distributive property. It is distributive property and our answer would be option C is the answer, distributive property. Okay, very good. Is option C is distributive property. No B, no. Commutative property is only whenever we we change the order only. Then it is saying commutative property. And whenever we distribute over multiplication, we can do distribute, I mean, we can multiply a number over addition and over subtraction. It's called distributive property, okay? Not commutative property. So let's move on. Let's solve some more question. It's distributive property. Now the next question is, what are the consecutive predecessors of 60,010? Can you tell me 60,010? What is predecessor? You already learned now. Predecessor means whenever we subtract 1 from a given number, we'll get the predecessor, but we have to find out 3 consecutive predecessors. So first try to solve this. Then I will show you the answer. Okay, which would be the right option? We have 4 options and we have to find out consecutive predecessors. Okay, and we have 60,010. So what we have to do? First, we have to subtract 1 from 60,010. Then again, we have to subtract 1. Then again, we have to subtract 1. And in this way, we will get your answer. So try to solve this first. Okay. Very good. I got already many answers. Is D. Very good. It is the right one because it's 60,000. Whenever we subtract 60,000 1 from 60,010, we get 60,009. Then after that, subtract 1. So it would be 60,008 and then it would be 60,007. So here you can see in option D, there is the in these 3 numbers are given. So obviously option D would be the right one. So it is our answer. Answer D. Very good. You all have done correct. Very good. Right answer. Now let's move on. Let's solve some more questions. Okay. It's option D. Very good. Very good. Questions are very interesting now. So let's solve some more questions. Now question number 5. Here you can see we have a big number and we have to just compare. When there are 4 options, which would be the right one, that we have to find out. Okay, you see such a big number, 21 crore 18 lakh 76,819, and another number is 21 crore 18 lakh 67,819. So now we have to choose which would be the right one. It is greater than or less than or equal to. That you have to find out. So try to solve this first. Okay. Then I will tell you the answer. A, B, C and D. Which would be the right one? Very good. It's greater than. Yes, because whenever you have to compare the number, always start from highest place. Okay. Here you can see it's our first number is 21 crore 18 lakh 76,819 and 21 crore 18 lakh 67,819. You see, in the crore place, for both the digits are same. Here is also same. So we cannot compare. So what we have to do, we have to move on to the next place. And here you can see in this period, in the lakhs period, 10 lakh place and lakh place, both the digits 18 and here is also 1 and 8. So both the digits are same. So we cannot compare. So what we have to do, we have to move the next place. And here you can see in 10,000 place, here is 7 and here is 6. And 7 is greater than 6. Okay, so that means this number is greater than this number. Okay, it's so easy. And answer B is the right one. Okay, very good. You all have done correct. Is answer B is the right one. Is this number is greater than this number. Very good. It's B. Nice. Now let's move on. Let's solve one more question. Okay. Now question number 6. Question number 6 is, what is the right hand side part of this equation? That we have to find out. Okay. Here we have 36 into 8 minus 3. So what would be the right hand side? Right hand side means it is the left hand side. We have to see the right hand side. That we have to only find out. And we have 4 options, which would be the right one that we have to find out. So try to solve this first, then I will show you the answer. Okay. 36 into 8 minus 3. That is our question here. Then I will show you. What would be the right hand side? Anyone can tell me? What would be the answer? 36 into 8 minus 3 here. 36 into 8 minus 3. Which property can, here we can put which property and we get your answer? Can you tell me? All are saying B. B, B, D, but it's not right. Okay. Which would be the right one? Can I show you? Okay. I'll show you. You see, it's distributive property. Distributive property, just remember, whenever we have to multiply and we have this type of question, we can break it in this way only. 36 into 8 minus 3. That means we have to multiply 36 by 8. 36 into 8. Okay. And then we have to do the subtraction sign and we'll multiply 36 by 3. 36 into 3. Okay. That would be the answer. 36 into 8 minus 36 into 3. That is the answer. Okay. It is distributive property. Not B, D is not right. C is the right one. Yes, C is the right one. C is the right one. Okay. Answer C is the right one. 36 into 8 minus 36 into 3. That is distributive property. No A, no D, no C is the right one. Did you understand? If not, then you can tell me, I will explain you again. Okay. It is the distributive property. 36 into 8 minus 3. That means, once again, I will tell you. Okay. 36 into 8 minus 3. That means we multiply first 36 into 8. Okay. 36 into 8 minus 36 into 3. That's only. In this way, we have to distribute. Multiplication over subtraction. So option C is the right one. Okay, very good, understood. Very good, very good. So option C is the right one. So let's solve one more question. Now try to solve this question. Here our question is such a big question. Find the product of the largest 4-digit number and the largest 3-digit number. So largest 4-digit number means 9999 into largest 3-digit number is 999. Okay, we have to do this multiplication. Can you solve this question? Someone is asking, ma'am, I have a doubt in closure property. Okay. What doubt? Closure property is very easy. Just someone is asking me, Parvati, where is the question? Asking me about closure property. Closure property is very easy. Just whenever it's closed, 3 into 4 is equals to 12. Whenever we multiply two number, we'll get the whole number. It is the answer. Then it is called closure property. Just like whenever we add 3 plus 4 and we'll get 7. We add two whole numbers and get a whole number, 7. So it is called closure property. But in subtraction, we cannot subtract. If we subtract 7 from 4, the bigger number, larger number from smaller number, then what we have to do? It can't possible. No, we cannot get a whole number. So that is why in subtraction, closure property is not possible. So in addition and in multiplication, the closure property is held. Okay, got it? So you are saying option C is the right one in 999 into 9999. How can you do this question? With your calculator? Did you use calculator? Or you can solve this question. You solved this question with the help of Which property? Distributive property. You know, by distributive property, we can solve this question very fast. How? Let me show you. You see, we have here 9999, 9999. So whenever we subtract 10,000, 1 from 10,000, we'll get same things, 9999. Okay. In exam, you can apply this method. Okay. Without solving a big multiplication, you can get your answer logically. How? Let me show you. You see, 10,000 minus 1 into 999. Okay. So first what we have to do, we will multiply 999 with 10,000. 999 into 10,000 means 999, and then we have to put 4 zeros. Okay. Then 5 zeros. And then what we have to do, we have to multiply 999 with 1. So 999, then 999 into 1 is equals to 999. So now let's do the subtraction. But without doing the subtraction here, we can do another step too. And what's that? 999 is nothing but 1,000 minus 1. 1,000 minus 1. So it would be very easier to do. Okay. So now let's do it in this way. 999, then we have zeros, minus 1,000 plus 1 in this way. And we will get this answer, 9989001. Okay. So option C would be the right one. Option C would be the right one. 9989001. So whenever you have this type of question, just like if you have to multiply 99 into 9, largest one-digit number into largest two-digit number. So instead of doing multiplication, you can doing the question in this way. 100 minus 1 into 9. Okay. So 9 into 100 is 900. 900 minus 9. Okay. In this way, you also get your answer. 9 into 100 is 900. 9 into 1 is 9. Then do the subtraction and you will get your answer. Okay. This is a distributive property, use of distributive property, and you can use in this type of question if you want. Okay. Without solving big multiplication, you can get your answer in this way also. So answer C is the right one. Very good. You all have done. Correct is C. Fine. So let's move on. Let's solve one more question. Now question number 8. So let's read this question. It's a story problem time question. So let's read this question first and then try to solve this. Okay. So here you see Rahul is saying 3 into 4 is equals to 4 into 3 is an example of for commutative property. Okay. Of whole numbers under multiplication. Great. And here next is Sheena. Sheena is saying 5 plus 4 is equals to 4 plus 5 is an example for associative property of whole numbers under addition. Who is right? That we have to find out. Only Rahul, only Sheena, or both of them, or neither of them. Can you tell me? Rahul is saying that 3 into 4 is equal to 4 into 3 is an example of commutative property. And Sheena is saying 5 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 5 is an example of associative property. So can you tell me which would be the right one? Who is right? Who is wrong? Only Rahul, only Sheena, both of them, neither of them. Who is right? Only Rahul. Very good. Yes, I got so many answers. Is A. Only Rahul. Very good. Why? Because 3 into 4 is equal to 4 into 3 is the commutative property of whole number under multiplication. That is true. And 5 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 5 is a commutative property of addition or whole number. So it's not associative property, it's also a commutative property, example of commutative property. So obviously Rahul is only saying right and Sheena is wrong. So that means our answer would be answer A. A is the right one. Okay, only Rahul is saying correct one. Very good. A would be the right one, not C. A is the right one because 5 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 5 is an example of commutative property, not associative property. I already showed you associative property. Associative property means 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equals to 4 and 5. Here I wrote in bracket. And now is equals to 3 plus 4 plus 5. Here I wrote 3 plus 4 in the bracket. This is associative property. Okay, group property means whenever in any order you can add numbers, you will get the same result. That's all. This is associative property. Got it? Hope you understood. It is option A. A would be the right one. Only Rahul. Option A. Yes, not C. Many of you are saying C. Both of them. No, it's not an example of associative property. It's an example of commutative property. Only A is the correct one. Got it? So let's move on. Question 9. Someone is saying, ma'am, I can't understand. Satyabhama. Okay, once again for you, Satyabhama is asking me that he didn't understand. So for him, I explain once again. Okay, you see here is saying, Rahul is saying 3 into 4 is equals to 4 into 3. Okay, is an example for commutative property, and that is true. I already showed you that 3 into 4 is equal to 4 into 3 is a commutative property. And Sheena is saying that 5 plus 4 is equals to 4 plus 5. The same thing they are saying. That's order change only. You see 5 plus 4 is equals to 4 plus 5. Okay. So it is also a commutative property. It's an example of commutative property, but not associative property. They are saying it's an associative property. It's not associative property. Okay. So it's an example of commutative property. Hope you understood. So that is why only Rahul is saying the correct one and the others options are wrong. Got it? So let's move on. Let's solve the next question. Question number 9. Can you solve this? Which of the following is zero property of addition? Do you know about zero property of addition? 12 into 0. Here our option is 12 into 0 is equal to 0. 12 plus 0 is equal to 12. 12 plus 0 is equal to 21. And 0 plus 12 is equal to 0. These are the 4 options. So which would be the correct one? That you have to tell me first. Then I will explain you them. Which would be the correct one. Okay? Which of the following is the zero property of addition? And it's so easy. Zero property of addition is very easy. So try to solve this first. Many of you have given the answers. So now let me show you the answer. Okay. You are saying, many of you are saying that A is the right one. 12 into 0 is 0. But here I am asking you, which of the following is the zero property of addition, not multiplication, of addition? And what's that? Zero property of addition is 0 added to any number is the number itself. That means whenever we add 0 with any number, we get the same number. We get the number itself. 12 plus 0 is equals to 12. Similarly, if we add 0 with 16 plus 0, we'll get 16. 28 plus 0 will get 28. The same number we will get always. Okay. So B would be the right one. Answer is B. 12 plus 0 is equals to 12 plus 0 is equals to 12. B, not D. D is 12 plus 0 is equals to 21. How could be? 12 is the right one. 12 plus 0 is equals to 12. The same number we'll get. Whenever we add 0 with any number, we'll get the number itself. Okay? Remember this. This is the zero property of addition. Whenever we add 0 with any number, we will get the same number, the number itself. Okay? Understood? So let's move on. Let's solve some more questions. B is the answer. Very good. Now let's move on. Let's see the question next question. Question number 10. Now try to solve this. Which of the following symbols in order must be introduced in the blanks to make the given sentence true? 53-1 is equal to 57-3. Can you tell me? Which of the following symbols in the order must be introduced in the blanks to make the given sentence true? Here we have 53 and we have a dash and then 1. So just we have to write this right symbol here. Okay, we have to put the right symbol and then we get the answer. Okay, 53-1 is equals to 57-3. That's all. So what we have to put here? Many of you have given the answer. Plus minus, option D is the correct one. Very, very good. 53 plus 1 is equals to 54. Whenever we subtract 3 from 57, we'll get 54. The same answer, both the side. So what would be the answer? Is D is the correct one. Whenever we add 1 with 53, we'll get 54. And whenever we subtract 3 from 57, we'll get 54. So the answer would be plus and minus. Yes, option D is the correct one. Very good. Is plus minus, option D. Very, very good. Very good. Answer is D. Plus minus. Okay, so let's move on. Very good. You have done all, have done the correct answer. It's D, plus minus. So let's move on. Let's solve one more question. Now the next question is, what is the difference between the predecessor and the successor of the greatest 4-digit number? Can you tell me? What is the difference between the predecessor and the successor of the greatest 4-digit number? What is greatest 4-digit number? It's 9999. Okay, 4-digit number, greatest 4-digit number. Now we have to find out what is the difference between the predecessor and the successor of this number. Try to solve this first, then I will show you the answer. Okay, all the best. Try to solve this first. Question number 11. What is the difference between predecessor and the successor of the greatest 4-digit number? D, 99. Many of you have given the answer. Some says right, but some is not okay. D, they are saying D. Yes, D is the correct one. Very good. Not C, D is the correct one. Why? Because our number is 9999. So what is the successor of this number? You know now, the predecessor is 1 less than the given number and successor is 1 more than the given number. That's all. So what we have to do? It's 10,000 successor and the predecessor is 9998. So what is the difference between two? Is 10,000 minus 9998 and it's 2. That is the answer. The T2 is the correct one. Okay. So answer would be D. D is the correct one. It's 2. Fine? Did you understood? Did you understand? The predecessor is 1 less than the given number and successor is 1 more than the number. So I will show you, I have showed you the two numbers and we will, here we subtract. Okay, subtracted these two and we got 2. So 2 would be the right one and D is the correct one. Okay, very good. Option D is the correct one. All of you have done correct one. Very good, very good. All your answers right. Very good. It's D. Very, very good. So now let's move on. Let's solve one more question. Did you have any doubt? You can ask me if you have any doubts. Okay. D, all. Wow. Very good. Very good. D is the right one. So I think you don't have any doubt. So let's move on. Let's solve one more question. Okay. So question number 12. So let's solve one more question. That is the last question. Okay. So try to solve this first, then I will show you the answer. Here our question is 3845 into 782 plus 3845 into 218. Such a big multiplication. So try to solve this first, then I will show you the answer. 3845 into 782 plus 3845 into 218. Okay. So simplification type question. Can you solve this? This is the last question. Try to solve this first, then I will show you the answer. Okay. Very good. All are saying is C. Very good. So let me show you the answer. Okay. So you see here we have 3845 into 782 plus 3845 into 218. So how can you solve this question? Here you can see it's 3845 and 3845. Both the numbers are same. Okay. So we take common 3845. So let's take common 3845 into, from both the side we'll take common. So it's 3845 here into 782 plus 218 in this way. Okay. So now let's add 782 and 218 is so easy to do and it's 1000. So 3845 into 1000. 3845 into 1000 means 3845. After that there are 3 zeros. 3845, 3 zeros. Okay. So it's C is the answer. Option C is the right one. Here we have our answer is answer C is the right one. This is also use of distributive property. Okay. You can see this way we can find out your answer whenever you got this type of multiplication question, simplification question. Just watch the question carefully and you can find out your logic and you can find out your answer. Okay. Answer C is the right one. Okay. So if you understood, so now if you have any query, any doubts, you can ask me. We solved 12 questions together. And you people are very smart. You have done all the questions correctly. Very good. C, answer C, very good. You all have done answer C, very good, very good. It is right. Answer C is the right one. Now you can ask me if you have any doubts, any queries, you can ask me. I will give you the answer. Okay. Someone is asking, where is the question? What is the difference between associative property and commutative property? I already told you. Okay, once again, I will tell you. Commutative property means 4 plus 5 is equals to 5 plus 4. Okay, that's just order. If you change the order, get 4 plus 5 and 5 plus 4. Okay, 4 plus 5 is equal to 9 and 5 plus 4 is equal to also 9. That is the example of commutative property. 4 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 4. Similarly, in multiplication, 5 into 4 is equals to 20 and 4 into 5 is equals to also 20. So we can say now 4 into 5 is equals to 5 into 4. And that is the example of commutative property. Okay. So now I'm asking, so now 4 into 5 is equal to 5 into 4. And that is the example of commutative property. Now, what are you asking about associative property? Associative property means whenever we add numbers in a group, just like 3 plus 2 plus 5, you can check. Here I wrote the two numbers in the bracket, 3 plus 2 plus 5. So that means 3 plus 7 and it's 10. Okay. And if we write 3 plus 2 in this way, plus 5 will get the same answer. You see, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 5 plus 5 is equals to 10. The same answer. That is an example of associative property. Okay. So this is the example of associative property, and I showed you the commutative property examples. So if you understand, hope you understood now. Someone is asking, was asking me about this. So I explained you again. Okay. All the things. This is very easy. Commutative property is very easy and associative property is also very easy. Just practice all the properties and you'll see, you will get, your idea would be clear by practicing a lot. It's very important because practice makes us the master. For that, you have to do lots of practice. Okay. So, hope you enjoyed today's class. And I am enjoying a lot because you people are very smart and answering all the questions correctly. So, next day we will learn some more things. An interesting new topic and interesting questions we will solve next day. Okay. So that is all for the day. If you have any query, you can ask me. Where can we get the notes? You can get the notes. You can in Arifinkidz, there are so many questions papers now. You can get all the things there too. Okay. So take care of your till the next day. We'll learn some more new things. So till then, take care of yourself and practice lots of questions. So meet you again with a new class. Okay, bye-bye. Ma'am, please tell. When is the next class? Okay, bye bye. Good night then. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. Oh, more 10 minutes are there.